What's up, everybody? Welcome. It's draft day. It's a great day. Be a New York Jets fan. I'm trying to figure something out that I haven't done here before. Give me a second. Bear with me. I'm trying to bring something up. Let's see what I can get here. Screw it. If I had somebody else with me, they could do it for me. I'm not too sure how to do this sharing yet. Oops. Here we go. All right, so what's up, everybody? Let's see if we got anybody here. All right, so it's draft day. New York Jets are picking at 4 and 10. I just wanted to come on and address some of the rumors, give some of my thoughts, some things that I could see happening or not happening tonight. So as of right now, the Jets are picking at 4 and 10. There are rumors that the Saints want to move up to get the best offensive lineman. We would be ideal to get in front of the Giants because everyone has the Giants taking a tackle. There's also rumors that Philadelphia is looking to move up. Houston wants 2 top 10 picks if the right guy is there. So there's a lot of rumors going around about teams looking to move up, and we've been waiting for it, right? We've had this pick for a while. And we've been hoping that somebody wants to move up. We've been hoping that somebody wants to play Frogger and jump over everyone else and get up to where we are. So you're starting to see some smoke with that. Saints, Eagles, Texans, all teams rumored from the teams that want to move up. Is 10 enough? Do they want to come all the way to 4? Does Joe – obviously, I think Joe is going to wait until he's on the clock. He's not going to jump up before being on the clock because he's going to be smart and see who falls to him, right? At number 4, if we keep the pick, obviously I would love a trade with the Saints. I would absolutely love that. But what we got right now, I'm thinking Aiden Hutchinson falls to us. I don't know why. Trayvon Walker's going number 1. We know that. Number 2, it's where the draft gets crazy. Does Detroit take a quarterback? Does Detroit take Gardner? Does Detroit take Icky? Does Detroit take Hutch? All the questions start at number 2. Number 3, the Texans, depending on what Detroit does at 2, could be Gardner, could be Hutch, could be Icky, could be Derek Stingley. There's a lot of rumors about Derek Stingley now. A lot of the mock drafts today by professionals, have Stingley going top 3 ahead of Gardner. So I'm hoping Hutchinson falls. If not, I'll gladly take Thibodeau. But with Walker going and rumors of Stingley going, that guarantees us Hutchinson or Thibodeau. That eliminates our worst case scenario. That eliminates the Walker, Hutchinson, Thibodeau top 3, which just would be hell for us. That's doomsday scenario right there. So at 10, I still think Deebo's in play. I really honestly do. I think Deebo's in play at 10. I think the 49ers are just waiting to see who is there and who is available at that time. I don't think they're going to make the move until they're on the clock. I think that John Lynch has one guy in mind, and I really believe that's Drake London. And in all my mocks, I've had Drake London going 8 to Atlanta or even Seattle. Not Seattle, I'm sorry. Who was the other team? Atlanta or the Giants? Sorry, I went with the wrong blue team ahead of us. So we're gonna find out tonight. Second round, I'm big on Scene from Georgia if he's there. Christian Harris, Jones, the defensive lineman from Connecticut. I think we got to put some big bodies in here. We got some nice pass rushers. If we add Hutchinson or Thibodeau, we need a monster in the middle. I know you can add one later in the defense, later in the draft for the defense. But I wouldn't be mad if we took a big, massive, strong 335-pound tackle like Jones from Connecticut in the second round. Could be a safety. I don't see Hill and Scene both being there. It's one or the other. Hill's got a ton of speed. Scene can play the back end, would be a great pairing with Whitehead. Third round, I could see us Oh, if we don't trade for Deebo at 10, I apologize. If we don't trade for Deebo at 10, then I could very well see Drake London being the pick, Garrett Wilson or Jamison Williams. I don't think the injury is going to scare the Jets off. The guy is a phenomenal athlete and was wide receiver 1 before the injury. I think the Jets might be willing to sign a veteran. Maybe in camp, maybe like a Keelan Cole again, bring him in, someone who knows the system, and let him kind of play until Williams is ready. A lot of rumors, too, of Linderbaum falling out of round 1. If Linderbaum falls out of round 1 and you're the New York Jets, you have got to make every call to move up 2 spots tomorrow to solidify him. Or even later tonight. I could see a scenario tonight where the Jets trade up and try to get either Nakobe Dean or Linderbaum if they're there in the 20s. So it's going to be very, very interesting. Like, even when the Jets are done with their 2 picks, or 1 pick if we trade for Deebo, or 3 picks if we trade back from 4, I would not be surprised if we move back up into the draft with 2 twos. We have, let me throw this scenario out there. Let me rewind a little bit. We have, if we make the trade with either Philly or the Saints to get back into the teens, you're looking at 10, 16, and 19. If 10, 16, and 19, we take those picks, 10, we're going receiver or Jermaine Johnson. 16 would be take the best available player, whether it's Nakobe Dean, whether it's Jamison Williams, whoever it is, whether it's Linderbaum. You can move on from McGovern, save $9 million in case you got to get another player to come in training camp. We get an injury, we got some extra money to go get a legitimate player. And then who knows, man? You can take the top safety on the board. You can take a linebacker. You could take Linderbaum, the center. Like, you could take a receiver. The options would be endless for Joe. And we have so many needs. Anyone who's watched me on NFL Chaos with my buddy Jeremy, my line is this: I don't care who we take. We just have to hit with whoever we pick, whether it's a receiver, a tight end, a tackle, a guard, whatever. I'm just throwing positions out, not thinking we're actually going to take those guys in round 1. But we got to hit. We got to raise the water level for this team. It's too low. It's too low. It's like a little bit of water in a frying pan. We need a nice big rice cooking pot. So we got to raise the water level. 3rd round tomorrow. I mean, we can get I'm on tomorrow and do some the 2nd or 3rd round scenarios. But when we're looking tonight, I think we come out of this with 3 picks, or Deebo and a pick, or Deebo and 2 picks. Like, nobody knows what Joe Douglas is going to do, and that's the really, really cool part about this draft, is having the flexibility, having the options, having Joe Douglas, a credible, respected GM who has been smoking people in trades, to deliver a good draft for the Jets fans tonight. So I just wanted to pop on for a few minutes. I just wanted to give my thoughts about tonight. I'll pop on tomorrow and then again on Saturday, and hopefully everyone is happy. I know Jets fans, it's very hard to please us. That's what she said. And let's just hope Joe Douglas pulls all the right strings tonight. You know, let's say a prayer, pray to whatever God you believe in, and let's go Jets. Hopefully, I'm gonna try this one more time. I'm gonna try to share screen. Give me a second. I wanted to play this video, but I'm not quite sure how to do it. New tab. All right, give me a second. All right, so I can't do that one. Okay, I think I got it. Give me 1 second, and I'm going to make this happen. All right, here we go. Here we go. Give me 1 second later. All right. Here we go. Your boys got it. Finally figured out how to do this. And here we go, Jets fans.
Jets have a shot to really nail this. 4th and 10th overall. For the Jets, we know they need a pass rusher. We know they need a premium player there. For the Jets,
oh, why isn't it showing?
New York Jets are on the clock.
Because I picked the wrong one, dumbass. Yes, I'm calling myself a dumbass. I deserve it on that one. Here we go.
Jets have a shot to really nail this. 4th and 10th.
The work is only just begun. Welcome to the squad, Reps.
I suck.
We're the New York Jets.
Jets have a shot to really nail this.
All right, it's not working.
And 10th overall. For the Jets, we know they need a pass rusher.
It's not working. I stink. What's up? I see you in the chat there.
Hey, listen up.
I'm trying to figure out how to do the share screen. I'm sorry. What's up, Spin Max Dave? Yeah, definitely. Very, very unpredictable. That's what happens when you don't have the quarterbacks at the top of the draft to kind of solidify what's going on and put all the ducks in a row. You're gonna have a lot of unpredictable things. You're gonna have teams jumping up for players you might not expect. You're gonna have some players fall that you might not expect, and some teams are gonna try to jump. So I'm very excited. I'm a big, big, big believer in Joe Douglas. I think Joe is going to do fantastic tonight. I think this entire weekend, it's going to be the draft of Joe. I think Joe's going to have a lot of headlines, and it's not because it's the flashy moves. I think the way he's going to operate the draft is just going to be an absolute. My friend Braden from New Zealand, what's up, buddy? How you doing, man? I think Joe is going to put on a GM clinic. I think Joe is absolutely going to nail this draft and write the GM textbook on how to operate a draft. I really, really believe that. I'm very excited. Brady, I know it starts at 8 here. What is that? How early in the morning is that for you? I'm not sure of your timeline in New Zealand or what time it is there now. But are you up? You got to be up for the draft because you're always in the shows with us at 8, 9, 10 o'clock, right? Yeah, our friend Braden here is from New Zealand, so I'm trying to figure out his timeline. But he's always in our shows, so the timeline's got to work out for him. But I'm sure he's such a big Jet fan, he'd wake up anyway to watch it. I remember years ago, the Jets played Tampa Bay in Japan or in China, like in a preseason game. And I set my alarm for like 5 a.m. here to wake up and watch a preseason game. I hope you're right. I have to say I'm pretty nervous just after 7 a.m. Okay. All right. So you're good. You're good. You'll be right around lunchtime then. You can watch the draft. Oh, even better. Some afternoon beverages. Nothing wrong with day drinking. Good for you. Good for you. Yeah, I'm getting ready to do my podcast on IOW Sports Network at 4 o'clock. And then from there, I'm going to head to watch it with the kids. I always watch it with my kids. They're at their moms. So the boys, 8th grade, and my daughter's 5th grade, and they're big-time Jets fans. So my son just texted me a few minutes ago as soon as he got out of school. All right. I just wanted to jump in real quick. I wanted to give my opinion. Brandon, what's your thoughts? Brandon, if you're still there in the chat, give me your thoughts. Tell me what do you think happens with 4 and 10? I know in Jeremy's show, sometimes everyone's comments gets lost with how many comments come in. But give me your thoughts on tonight. Make it official. Throw it out there into the Webiverse. Yeah, if you guys get a chance, go watch the New York Jets 2022 hype video. That's what I tried to put up on screen, but I was not able to. First time tuning in. Let's have a great day, Jack. Welcome. Yep. Glad to have you here. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment, a like, set up notifications. I'll be pumping out more content as we move along here. I have some friends coming on with me, and we're gonna have a really good time. So thank you for joining. But yeah, I'm pumped. I can't wait. Like, I'm doing a full round one mock, and like at 4 o'clock with my buddies, and all I want to do is talk Jets. Like, I don't even want to do the other 30 teams or 26 teams, whatever's picking. Hey, what's up, Matt? Welcome, buddy. I was just giving my last minute thoughts here, and I got to do a full round one mock on the IOW Sports Network, and like all I want to do is talk Jets right now. Like, I don't even care about picking the other teams. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Yeah. I think Joe Douglas, without there being the sexy top quarterback pick, and whatever quarterback goes one, if it's Malik Willis to Carolina, if somebody trades up even further ahead of that, I fully believe this is going to be the Joe Douglas draft with 2 1s, 2 2s, with the possibility of landing Deebo. I think that the Jets finally get good, positive headlines. And I think with Joe and Salah, you're seeing the ship starting to change direction. It's not always bad anymore. We're getting players to come in that want to be here and want to be a part of this, that want to play for our head coach. The narrative with the New York Jets is changing. And I think today we've been kind of inching that door open little by little. I fully believe today that Joe Douglas and his staff kick that goddamn door open, and we take it to another level, and the same old Jets jokes start to die. Prediction. Oh, I missed it. I'm sorry. I think we take an edge at 4, Hutch or Tibbs, and we trade for 10 Deebo. All right. Yeah, you're with the consensus. That's right in line. That's maybe more of a want rather than a prediction. And that's true too. That's true too. Sometimes what we want is our prediction, right? And sometimes what we predict is what we want. Lots of good players if we get a top edge and a wide receiver. Yeah, a lot of options. That's the great part about having 2 picks this early, is you can really, really change your franchise. You can get 2 blue chip players. I mean, some teams don't. Look at Detroit, look at us, look at Jacksonville, look at Houston. Waited a long time for blue chip players. And it's not always a gimme when it's at the top of the draft. So we can't just write it in, Sharpie. It's got to be. Joe really, really got to hit this. KT is edge 1 for us. I think you're saying us, man. I think it's a lock that Trayvon Walker goes 1 with their 3-4 scheme. So I'm pretty sure you're talking. I'd love to see us take a running back in the second. I wouldn't, Braden, and I'll tell you why. And it's no knock on your take. I think that we have so many other greater needs. We can find a running back a little bit later. We can move up back into the 3rd if we want to make sure we get somebody else like Cook. I don't think Hall's there. I think Hall goes to Buffalo at the end of the 1st round. I think that's the last thing that they're missing. If you add the top running back, Breece Hall, to Buffalo, I mean, that team is Super Bowl all in right now. Their weakest part of their team is their running game. And if they could add somebody like that, that would be very, very good addition for them. So I don't think Hall falls to us. I don't think Spiller is the type to carry the load. I like his speed more than I like his run game. So I don't think there's anyone really worth taking in 2. And I don't see Breece Hall being there when we pick. I love KT. Yeah, everyone loves KT. I mean, I don't know why all the shit talk. I think the shit talk is coming out on KT because we are basically so long into this draft process as Jets fans. I think they just want to change the narrative. Remember when Trey McBride was the Jets' darling? Remember when Linderbaum was? We had to have Linderbaum in the top 10, generational talent. You don't even hear that anymore. So I think KT, I think fans just got tired of talking about him and just wanted to change the discussion. Who knows? If I would love to see what Douglas does if Hutchinson and Thibodeau are both there at 4. That would really, really be interesting to me. That would be one of my main question that I would want answered with this draft would be, what does Joe Douglas do if Hutch and Thibodeau are both there at 4? Like, that's going to be very stressful on Jets fans. I would go, I'm very, very opinionated on having speed off the edge. And as much as I love Hutch, I still wouldn't be mad if we took Thibodeau over him because of that first step. Lawson is a physical edge. To have the speed with Thibodeau on one side and Lawson on the other with his mass, that would be really, really fun to watch. Yeah, KT is one edge for me out of all the edges, but he's not getting taken 1, 2, or 3. I love KT's attitude. Not many do, but I do. I'm with you. You're coming to New York. I want you to be bold and brash because that's what works here. You can be humble, but you could still promote yourself. What's wrong with that? They're teaching college kids now with the NILs. So I have no problem with him looking to make extra money on the side. That's not wrong. You watch him at the combine when he talks edge rusher moves and how he watches and memorizes Von Miller's 100 sacks, his 100 sack video. I absolutely love the guy. His willingness to learn and improve his craft is fantastic. Yeah, I agree with both you guys, Matt, and yep. Lots of good running backs. We'll get a good one in the 4th round. Our O-line will open big holes for them. Absolutely. And with this scheme, you need the right running back, not just a running back. You need a guy with speed like a Mostert who can read the zone, hit one step, cut, and get right upfield. It's a zone blocking scheme on our stretch plays. You don't need somebody like Le'Veon Bell, and I'm not bringing him up because he was a Jet. I'm bringing him up because of his patient running style. You need a guy who can plant and go and not even think twice about it. Sorry, I'm trying to keep up with Twitter as well. I got all the tweets coming in right now from Rappaport and everybody. People say KT wants to focus on his brand, but that's fine with me because you have to have your brand succeed as a football player. You got to produce and be around for a long time. Yeah. I agree with you 100%. His willingness to learn. Go watch his combine interview. It's really, really good. And he shows his commitment to football and learning and wanting to improve his pass rush, his skill set as a pass rusher. It's phenomenal. It made me fall in love. I'm sure, Matt, you may have seen it already. How often are you live on YouTube? Do you usually go live? Or my respect real quick. Oh, thank you, man. I appreciate that. Respect to you for joining. Hey, let me ask you, how did you join? How did you find us here today? I just don't know the name. Maybe you're somebody that I know with by regular name, but with the YouTube label, I don't. We're going to be doing more shows. We did. If you got some time, go check out on the YouTube page. On Monday night, we did one. Monday or Tuesday? Tuesday night. Me and my friend Jeremy from NFL Chaos with Jeremy came on, and I'm on his show a lot, and I offered him to come over here. My buddy CJ, the Painkiller from Weapons Hot and Jets World, came on, and everyone here would definitely be chocolate. Oh, man, that's awesome. Oh, that's awesome, man, that you found this randomly. Awesome. I appreciate it, man. Good stuff. Yeah, so if you get a minute, look at in my channel, look at Tuesday's show, and hour 2, first hour we discussed Deebo, we discussed a whole bunch of other things, different scenarios, and then in hour 2, we did a mock draft, which came out really well. We did some trades. We didn't get too crazy, but we did trade out of 4, and Seattle came up with number 4, with number 9 and number 40, and we took it. So if you want to see a really, really good Jets draft, man, go check that out. Oh, that's pretty cool. You can find me like that. I most definitely will. Awesome, man. Look forward to having you back. I'll be popping up every day this weekend. I might pop back on tonight. You know, this is huge for us. I'll see if anyone wants to come on with me tonight when I get back from my kids' house. I'm watching the draft with them. I'll pop on tonight, probably 10:30, 11, and we'll cover everything. We'll go over all the Jets moves tonight. Tomorrow, I'll pop on around mid-afternoon again before round 2 and 3, and then tomorrow night, and then Saturday I might go live for a little while and just be live as the picks are being made and discuss them. So thank you, man. Good to have you. Welcome to the channel. Matthew Smith, and KT talks about schemes and stuff, which made me love him. Yes, that's. I think you're talking about the same video. People overthink about him too much. I also know he doesn't want to go to Detroit, bum-ass city. Preach. I'm happy with Thibodeau. I'm happy with Hutch. I'm not happy with taking any corner. I do not want Gardner, and I do not want Stingley at 4. I do not. I absolutely do not. Around YouTube, all the passions. Yeah, Dave. How did you find us? If you don't mind me asking, either. Maybe you might be a Dave that I know, and just your YouTube channel is different. Yeah, Green Bean, Matt O'Leary, Ryan, a bunch of other guys, a bunch of Jets content providers are all going to be together. I believe it's on Jets 24/7. They do the virtual viewing. I'll be popping in there too. I'm sure there's going to be so many people in there that the chat is just going to be speeding by, you know, especially when it's time for the Jets to pick or the Jets to be up on the clock. But yeah, I watch and I support all those guys, and I know they're doing the draft party all weekend, which should be fun. It'll be fun to go pop in and see the reactions when the Jets pick. Let's see, Matthew Smith. So yeah, Dave, let me know. How did you find me? Are you a friend of mine that I know, and maybe it's just a Dave I don't recognize the YouTube name, or did you find me on? And if you're new here, please, like I said to you, please subscribe. I'd love to have you be a part of the channel. Love the input that you're sharing in the chat, as well as Matthew, Braden. Oh, here we go. Sorry, Brandon, I missed this. Would you hate it if we get Dean at 4 and then win Hamilton at 10? I would hate Hamilton at any time. If you've seen me on Jeremy's channel or heard me at all, I do not want Hamilton. I do not want a safety early. I said the other day, last night on Jeremy's Hangout, that if you look at Ed Reed may have not been the same Ed Reed if he didn't have that elite front 7 in front of him. Same with Ronnie Lott, same with Troy Polamalu. Granted, they're all great players, but we don't know what those players would have been without the elite front 7. Gotta get back to it. Hey, man, thank you. Thank you for checking in. I look forward to seeing you in the chat in the future. Thank you for subbing. To get back to Braden. Give me a sec. I don't want Hamilton at all. I would rather build the front and take someone like Scene in round 2 or even trade up late into round 1. I would rather to me, a safety is gravy. And if you look at the 49ers first round draft picks in the last 13 years, they take safeties at the end of round 1. They'll try a safety in round 1. They've never taken a corner in round 1 in the last 13 years. In the top 14, it's been offensive linemen, defensive linemen, and they took Trey Lance last year. That was the only player that wasn't a trench player in the top 14. Javon Kinlaw, Bosa, Armstead, Solomon Thomas. Actually, Armstead was 17. McGlinchey, Anthony Davis, Mike Iupati. It's been trench guys. It's all the 49ers take. That's why they can go into Dallas and bully somebody. That's why they can go into Green Bay and control the game. Because you build the trenches well, you can succeed in everything else in football. No shot, JD takes Saucer Stingley. If we trade 35, 38, 111 for Deebo, which I would do, I would take Stingley or Hamilton 10. Not me. I don't think Stingley's there. Stingley, the Houston at 3 is gaining a lot of momentum. A lot of the professional expert mocks, what you want to call them, had Stingley top 3 today over Gardner. I assume we got that. Or Jordan Davis at 10. That would be crazy. I love Jordan Davis. I know a lot of Jets fans complaints about him are he only plays 2 plays. Well, guess what? Everybody in Robert Saleh's scheme plays only 2 plays. They rotate everybody nonstop. We don't need him to play 3-4 downs. We need him on rundowns. We need him if we want to throw in a crazy blitz package, and we need him to eat up 3 defenders. He can do it. So I love Jordan Davis' game. If you know me, you know I'm a Georgia fan, so I even love it more. I would love to add Jordan Davis, Nakobe Dean, Scene. I would love to add from Georgia's defense. Absolutely. I would have no issue with Jordan Davis at all, especially if we take the Philly trade or if we take the Saints trade. If we have multiple picks there in the teens and we have 10, 16, 19, I would not mind going wide receiver, Jordan Davis, Nakobe Dean. Just build an elite front seven, or throwing an edge rusher, instead of Dean, and trade up or take Christian Harris instead of Dean. There's so many possibilities. And the more picks we have, the more possibilities there are. We can make 1,000 guesses and not be right on what Joe does. It's actually really exciting to have all of these options. I'm new to the channel, Jets fan since '69 Super Bowl. Have I just started following politics? It's the version more crazy out there. Great. Glad to find you too. Awesome, Dave. Thank you. I'm going to give a shout out to my buddy. If you search on YouTube for NFL Chaos with Jeremy, I'm a part of that channel with him. I co-host Friday nights. He's doing a lot of good stuff. That's my buddy. So yeah, if you want more of what I do, and a friend of mine who is doing a really good job. That's how I met Braden and Rusty here through Jeremy's channel. So yeah, welcome. Glad to have you here. How desperate do you think the Giants are at top of T? If one goes top 3, do you think they would trade up from 5 to 4? I absolutely think it's possible that if the Jets are getting offers from the Saints want to jump the Giants and get the number one, their top lineman, whether it's Neal or Cross or if Icky is still there. I could totally see a scenario where that happens. I can absolutely see a scenario where the Giants, just to be safe, are like, hey, we'll give you a 3rd or a 4th. We just want to solidify getting our tackle. I can absolutely see that. I'm going to share a link in the chat in a few minutes. I go on, I'm a part of the IOW Sports Network, and I'm doing a full round 1 mock. So for you guys that want to watch, I'm going to add the link in a second here. But yeah, if you get a chance to watch the Jets draft hype video, Elijah Moore narrates it. It's freaking awesome. It's absolutely outstanding. It got me like pumped and ready to go. All right, we do have it. Cool. They set up the show already. Give me a second. I'm just copying the link. I'll go back to us. Just copy the link. All right, mute myself. There you go, guys. I just shared the link for the podcast. I'll be doing at 4:00 I'm doing my own full round 1 mock. But yeah, Braden, I can absolutely see my thing last night on NFL Chaos with Jeremy. We did like a roundtable. We did a panel discussion, and my question for the group was 2.5 over or under. How many trades do you see Joe Douglas making this weekend? And everybody took the over. Everybody knows Joe's going to wheel or deal. We're going into this weekend without a 6 or a 7. There's no way it stays that way. There's no way. Joe's going to maneuver, and he's going to add. He might move up a little bit and use some of those picks, but I see Joe wheeling and dealing. Rusty's saying, "Oh shit, draft day is here." What's up, man? What's up, Rusty? Glad to see you back. Glad to have your input on my channel, and it was great to have you last night on Jeremy's. Welcome back, brother. Looking forward to all your contributions. Matthew Smith did a mock earlier, traded 10 for Deebo and 93. Took KT at 4, Dean at 35, Linderbaum at 38, Joseph at 69, Logan Hall at 93. I would cry with you, bro. if we landed Dean and Linderbaum, two guys that Jets fans were mocking in the top 10 picks, we had Linderbaum at 4 and Dean at 10 in some mocks. If we get those guys in the second round, there will be a parade for Joe Douglas in Florham Park. I will carry him down the street on my shoulders. That would be amazing. For interior line and tackle, Andrew Thomas was great last season. He was great for the Giants and great compared to what he was. I still think that they would, if Icky's there, I totally see them wanting Icky and putting him next to Thomas. But I could also see them going Cross or Neal. I mean, Neal's played right tackle. I could see them moving Thomas to the right side if they bring in somebody that they think is better. So I think that the Giants are flexible to what's going to happen. They're not locked into one specific thing. My man Mike, look at the little guy with the matching shirt. That's awesome. What's up, buddy? How you been? Rusty's, I really hope we trade a nervous, greedy team to own this draft class. I'm with you, Nick. I'm hoping for big trades if Hutch isn't there. Hutch, Carl, Dean, Leo, Mafe. Yeah. That's a great thing about having all these picks. We have flexibility and we have an amazing chance to really, really add premium blue chip talent. Even in the early 2s, a 35 and a 38. We could be adding elite. Last year, we got Elijah Moore at 34. So why can't another stud impact player fall to us? I think multiple fall. I hope the Saints want to jump the Giants. I really do. I don't think Joe would turn that down. Even if Hutch or Thibodeau are there, I don't think Joe would turn down 16 and 19 for number 4. What do you guys think? Yeah, Braden agrees. Slam dunk class. Deebo for the 10th pick would be amazing. If 49ers want more, they could easily parlay it for 2 high picks later in round 1 or 2. Yeah, I yes and no. I think that the 49ers and the Jets have a deal in place. I believe that the Jets have been granted permission to negotiate a contract extension with Deebo, and that's agreed to. I think the final phase of this scenario is that the 49ers need their guy there at 10, whether it's Deebo, whether it's Drake London, whether it's Wilson, whether it's Williams, whether it's Olave, whether it's Burks, whoever the 49ers have as their Deebo replacement. I think you will not see a trade until we're on the clock because they want to know who's there. And my prediction is you're going to have the green banner on the bottom of the screen that says the Jets are on the clock. And then it's going to break away like Thanos and change the red and say the 49ers are on the clock. There's been a trade. So what happened last year with 14, it was purple and it broke away and turned green. And before you could even see Jets are on the clock, I jumped up at Miller's Ale House and said, we just moved up for Vera Tucker. Walked outside because my phone was blowing up. I didn't even stay inside for the pick because I knew it was Vera Tucker. So hopefully somebody moves up. I'm excited. I mean, we have 7 different scenarios like that I just discussed in like a minute and a half that could happen. Thomas showed growth, and they shouldn't mess with that this season. I hear you, but you got to remember it's a new regime, and the new regime may want a mammoth like Neal or a technician like Cross, and they might just open it up in camp. But enough about them and that hot mess. Can't wait for this draft too. Each year gets more exciting. Yeah, I said last night on a panel show that it seems like it was forever ago that we traded Jamal Adams, and we've been waiting for this second pick, and it's finally here. Would you rather have the Jets 4 picks or the Giants 3 picks? Our 4. We could turn that 4 into Deebo and still have 3 picks. We can move back, and I would rather have our 4 because us being 4 ahead of their 5 could end up somebody wanting to jump them. So the domino effect of us being ahead of them with number 4 is huge because now we have the advantage of somebody jumping them, paying us to jump them. So I would absolutely rather have our 4 picks. Yeah, in a second. Or there's rumors about the Eagles want to get into the top 10 too. I shared that with Jeremy and Adam in our group chat earlier. That the Eagles are rumored to come up too. That they want Kayvon Thibodeau. That they want an edge rusher. They want to take an elite edge rusher to go after Dak. And the legend of Daniel Jones, of course. Just waiting for Deebo to tweet out and the Jets Twitter go crazy. Yeah, it would be great with him getting on a jet and just saying, finding my new home, something like that, and just coming across country. It would be fantastic. I knew straight away too, Nick. I thought so. AVT. It was awesome. Yeah. So I didn't even see the Jets name come up, right? And I just saw the purple start to break away. And I was like, we're on the clock. Like I almost flipped the table with my thighs because I stood up so quick. Like everyone had to like grab the table. Like I jumped. They're like, what is wrong with you? I'm like, we just traded up for Vera Tucker. They're like, how do you know? The pick isn't in. I'm like, I fucking know. And I went outside. All right, Rusty. I think Deebo goes to Detroit at 32 and San Fran gets Burks. I think JD and San Fran are working together in a way. Like how Miami got swindled for picks with KC, corporate headhunting, and JD we trust. Yeah, it's not improbable, right? I don't see San Francisco trading him to the Packers. Like San Francisco still thinks they can make the playoffs with their defense and their offensive line. And they really believe in Trey Lance. So I could see them not trading it there and having no issue with going to Detroit. Excuse me. With nobody else in the show. I usually get a time to sip water when somebody else talks. Yeah, I could see that, Rusty. I don't think that's far-fetched. Oh, it wouldn't. Give me 1 second. Sorry, my buddy Ray, Mark Riss, who's new to the channel. Let me see, Rusty, how would that benefit us though? Let's go back to this. I think what he's saying, I don't want to speak for Rusty. Rusty, if I'm wrong, if it saves you time typing, just let me know. I think basically what he's saying is that we're in on it to make sure where he's going, and maybe we don't have to pay the contract. Maybe he's looking at that as he's in to keep tabs on what's what, and then if it's going to go somewhere that we don't like, he can jump in. Maybe something along that lines. Thinking JD wants some more than Tyreek, especially thinking of character. Yeah. Hey, listen, I fully believe Deebo Samuel is a better all-around receiver than Tyreek Hill anyway. And this could be a huge, huge blessing in disguise for the Jets and its fans. So it's a scenario where you can throw a 7-yard slant to Deebo and he could take it the distance. Now, Tyreek Hill's not really a slant running type. He can do other routes and take it the distance, that we know. But to have that 6'3" body, those giant hands, to put that next to Elijah Moore, to then have Corey Davis added and Berrios going underneath and doing what he does, you're looking at a really, really good receiving core. Added to our elite offensive line? Yes. I just said elite offensive line, referencing the New York Jets. Crazy, I know, but we're there. With Tomlinson and Vera Tucker and Fant and Becton, what if we add to it? I don't even want to get into that because I got to hop on my other show in 15 minutes, so I don't even want to open up the can of worms about Becton. I will ask you guys in the chat this, though. If I come back on tonight at the conclusion of round 1, are Mekhi Becton and George Fant both still New York Jets? What do you guys think? I think it's not far-fetched. If Icky falls to 4, man, we know Joe loves his linemen. I can very well see Joe taking Icky if he's there at 4, and then figuring it out later. I really, really do. It benefits us with trust and alliances. JD is also building that amongst teams. Yeah. And that's what happens when you have a respectable general manager. And we haven't had that since Bill Parcells. You know, we got a guy who's being respected league-wide. He just needs to get the hardware. That it. Okay, that also on that. Okay. I like Deebo more because he doesn't beat his girlfriend. That's always a bonus, right? That's always a good human trait to have. Not even for a football player, just a good human trait to have. Sorry, Ian Rappaport is tweeting more than I'm talking right now. So what's up, guys? I got 5 of you here watching. Any questions? Anything you guys want to throw out? Anything you want me to address? Anything you want me to talk about? I probably got about 10 minutes left, and I got a dip. I only planned on coming for 10 minutes, and then all you guys popped in. So awesome. Thank you. There's been a lot of talk about us taking London. I'm not so sure. I love that. I'm okay with London. Anyone who knows me and has seen me knows that I am #1 Jameson Williams fan in the world. I think it's okay to take him. I think long-term, I think it would be the right pick for us. I think the kid is elite. His route running next to Elijah Moore and his speed, he's not a Robbie Anderson. He's not a one-trick pony. He's an all-around wide receiver. Adding him next to Elijah Moore would just be hell for teams. I mean, you're in the AFC now where everyone's got multiple elite receivers. We got to get there ourselves, whether it's Deebo with Moore or Williams with Moore. I'm not mad at London. I'm not mad at London at all. I like London's size and his athleticism. Buffalo Jet fan really turned me on to him. And watching his route running and watching his juking ability after having the ball in his hand, and he's a lot more athletic than I thought he would be, just for a 6'4" bigger wide receiver. So I'm okay with London. I'm okay with Williams. I don't want Hamilton. I don't want any cornerbacks. If we take a receiver, I'm okay with it. If we take the edge, I'm okay with it. If we take Icky, I'm okay with it. There are a lot of possibilities. Just as long as it's not a cornerback, I'm very, very happy. Yes, Fant, my guy. When we can, okay, all right, yeah. I'm just throwing it out there because there's been rumors. Nothing wrong having an overload powerful. Never. And that's Joe Douglas's and Robert Salah's ideology. We are going to punish and pummel you in the trenches on both sides. When you have a line that's elite, your running game is better, your quarterback's better, your receivers have more time to run routes, so it just makes everyone better. Same with the defense. When your defensive line is good, your linebackers can run in space more. Your secondary has to cover for less time. If you control the trenches, you control the game. Go watch any 49er playoff game and watch what they do. That's going to be us. We're not building a Rams spread vertical passing attack. We are building the 49ers, and the 49ers bullied the Rams a bunch of times this year. I think Mekhi pans out and becomes a great tackle, and Fant resigns with the condition he stays at left tackle. Becton also ran right tackle at Louisville. Okay. I think if Hutch isn't there, we trade 4. And if he is, we trade 10. Okay. I feel that JD wants 10, 11 picks in this draft and future picks. Future picks are big. Future picks are very, very big. Anyone who knows me knows how much I love Will Anderson from Alabama, and I would pay an entire draft to move up and get that kid next year. I would do the Ricky Williams trade to go up and get Will Anderson. Mekhi comes back healthy and ready to go. Does he beat out Fant for left tackle spot? I'm not sure, and here's why I'm not sure. Coaches are very loyal to players that have produced for them. And Fant produced for this coaching staff. Becton hasn't. So I could see a couple scenarios breaking down with this, Braden. I could see them saying, you know what? We moved Vera Tucker to the right side. Vera Tucker and Fant were next to each other for almost every game last year. Let's keep Fant and Vera Tucker and that chemistry together and put them together on the right. I can also see Fant is a better pass protector. Let's have him protecting the backside, and let's have Vera Tucker and Becton on the right side for a power run game. So I could see it going a multitude of ways. I don't think there's any. Again, I'll say I don't think there's anything written in Sharpie. I think it's all to be determined. I think that having options is great for our football team. It's great for us as fans. When you have one option and have to run with that, it kind of handcuffs you as an organization. The flexibility of the roster, the flexibility of having all of this talent, just that's. Hey man, we were putting what was his name in Hunter. Hunter was our right tackle, right, and it was giving up 5 sacks a game. Fant ran the 6th tackle in Seattle a lot. He did. He ran the swing, but the way he played last year, man, I had a really, really hard time not getting that guy on the field or getting value for him. I would hate to just sit him because of how well he played and protected Zach's backside and all of our other quarterbacks, Josh Johnson, Flacco, and the legend Mike White, Hall of Fame Mike White. So, all right, guys. Well, I want to wish all my Jets fans. I put the link in there for anyone who wants to pop over to IOW Sports Network. I'll add it again now if it's still saved. Paste. I will be over here, and I just put it in the chat for those of you that want to join. It's the IOW Sports Network. I'll be doing a full round 1 mock starting right after 4 o'clock. So let me get a little snack to eat, drink of water, use the bathroom, and I'll see you guys over there. As always, be loud, be proud, New York Jets fans. Enjoy, boys. I'll talk to you guys soon. Go Jets.